Hello, so I welcome you to another episode of this course. In this episode, I'm going to be taking you through the process of installing Node module. So, what is Node module? Node module is like a folder where all the dependencies or libraries or packages that your project needs are stored. When you run npm install, Node Package Manager reads the package.json file in the project to see which dependencies are required. What the process means is that Node module is like a folder where all the important packages and dependencies, like the tools that you're going to be needing in order for you to carry out a project or build a particular project, are going to be stored. So those lists are always in the package.json file. Then when you run npm install, the npm is going to go to that package.json and see all the tools that you require, and then it's going to download them into that Node module folder. So here is like a simple breakdown of every terminologies. Now, package.json file. This is the file that contains all the packages your project need to work. It's like a shopping list for your project. For example, if your project need a package called Express, a popular web frame for Node.js, it will be listed here. What that simply means is that everything that you need for that project, you are going to list them in the package.json file. You understand? So when you run the npm install, those things that you list are what are going to be used in determining what will be installed in the Node module. So that is what the package.json file means. The next thing is npm install command. When you run this command, npm goes through the package.json file, check the list of the packages your project need, and download them from the npm registry, which is an online registry of packages, to a folder called Node module in your project. So when you run this command now, npm, which is Node Package Manager, is going to run through the list of what you have in your package.json file and then download them in that Node module folder. Then we have Node module. This is where npm stores all the downloaded packages. It contains the code and the files for all the libraries or module your project depends on. For example, if you need Express, the Node module folder will have a folder for Express with all its codes. So in conclusion, the Node module folder is like the storage room for all the tools, library or modules your project need in order for it to function properly. Node module is one of the most important things that need to be installed before you can begin a project, such as building a web automation bot. And also, it is important to know that you need to have Node.js installed in your computer before you can be able to download Node module. An episode on how to install Node.js is in the phase 1 of this course. So now that we're about to begin the practical session of this course, so let us start by installing the Node module. So you will be given access to this folder that contains the package.json and every other necessary files. So that's going to be like an head start for you, when following up the course. Alright, so if you look at this folder, you're going to observe that we have package.json here. This package.json contains the list of every necessary things that needs to be installed in order for us to carry out the project. Things like the Axios, Electron, Express, Luxon, OpenAI, Puppeteer Extra, and every other necessary things that are needed. Alright, but if you observe in this folder, there is no Node module. Node module is like that folder that is like the storeroom for all the tools that are needed. When they are installed, they will be installed under that Node module. So it's like the store. So that is what we need to do. We need to install that Node module. So in order for us to install the Node module, what we are going to be doing is very straightforward. You come to the terminal, new terminal, then it's something we call Node Package Module. Node Package Module, which is npm. So you type npm space install. So what this will do is that it's like a command that says go to the node registry and download everything that you see on this list. That is the command. So when you click on enter, everything will start downloading. So sometimes the process might take longer, sometimes it might be fast, but it depends. You just have to wait until you see that node module here. You see that it has now appeared now. So until you see it now, it has completely installed. So without this node module, we can't carry out the project of creating any web automation bots. So now that we have it installed now, we can now proceed to the next step. We have downloaded every necessary things. If you open the folder now, you see that it contains so many files that are needed: JavaScript, Puppeteer, types, accepts. Everything that we need now is already in this node module. So the next thing now is to download some other necessary plugins, and we can now create our first first personality model. So one thing you also need to know is that you can't download this node module if you don't have node installed. That is why we have a video in the phase 1 that teaches you how to download Node.js and install Node.js before you can run this command. So yeah, that is the process of installing node module. In this episode, we have talked about the meaning of node module, the importance of node module in a project, and we have also learned how it can be installed. So drop a comment if you have any question. Also like and share this video, and that will be all for this episode, and I'm going to be seeing you in the next episode.